Hi, I'm the one and only Ivan, the gorilla who can draw. How's my artwork compared to Harry Thomas's? The one, the only Ivan, directed by Fia Sharrock, and is the 2020 dramatisation of the true story of Ivan the gorilla, who was held in captivity and never saw the outside world for a total of 27 years. So the one and only Ivan tells a true story of Ivan, voiced by Sam Rockwell, the titular character of the movie, a silverback gorilla who's star of this tiny circus in a shopping mall. But as the circus sales are going down, the ringmaster Bryan Cranston is stopping at nothing to keep the circus alive. So he brings in baby elephant Ruby, voiced by Brooklyn Prince. However, he soon becomes Ruby's guardian when Stella asks him to promise her that he will give Ruby a life of freedom out of the circus. So Ivan hatches a plan to for him and all of his circus buddies to get out of captivity. So yeah, this movie's literally 2020's Mighty Joe Young. Is it devastating or what that this movie never had a big screen release just because it happened to be released in the worst pandemic of the 21st century. So Disney inevitably put it on Disney Plus. I saw this movie literally the day it came to Disney Plus. I saw it was new, and I was immediately fascinated by it. I just had to check it out, and I 1000% agree with all of the praise that critics are giving this one. I loved the one and only Ivan so much. Such a thought-provoking movie to help us realise why it's cruel to keep animals in circuses and locked away in captivity. As close to my heart as the original Dumbo is, as you all know, I can never watch that Disney classic the same way again now after this movie, because that movie was literally all about animals performing in a circus and being mistreated. This is the most sincere movie I have seen all year and has the most heart to it of all the 2020 movies I've seen. I will be in disbelief if this doesn't make my top 10 best movies of 2020 list. And Ivan himself, our protagonist, most cinematic gorillas have been portrayed as rampaging beasts, especially King Kong. However, Ivan is a gentle giant, and he is the most convincing looking photorealistic CGI gorilla since Caesar from the rebooted Planet of the Apes trilogy. The CGI, in fact, on every single animal character in this movie is utterly astonishing. And even though Ivan's act in the circus is to thump his chest and look as ferocious as possible to the audience, behind the scenes he is the most gentle and friendliest gorilla you will ever meet, and he is still damaged by what happened in his past when his when his father was sadly shot by poachers, and he was separated from his sister, and he still thinks of his sister to this day. Which is so sweet. And Danny DeVito is absolutely delightful as the dog Bob, who knows he's not allowed to come into the circus, but he does anyway. And he's always he's always there for Ivan when Ivan seems completely lost of what to do. He gives Ivan that extra push to do the right thing and keep his promise that he made to Stella. As for the supporting circus animals, the sea lion, the baseball chicken, the bunny in the toy fire truck, and the poodle, and even the parrots. Sure, they are more. They're not the characters that drive the emotion of the story. They're there to drive the comedy, but they are necessary to keep this movie from feeling too depressing, and they get just the right amount of screen time. And Ruby, the baby elephant. So I don't blame you if she's your favorite character in this movie. I mean, who can resist a baby elephant? She is a bundle of sweetness, and she goes, and she's really, she's struggling to find confidence to go out to the circus audience herself without a guide, and Ivan is initially envious of her as she starts to get more attention from the circus fans than him, but he does grow to strongly care for her, and he becomes, well, a father figure to her. And when he tells her stories about and is piecing together his past, and while portraying its message of freeing animals from captivity, I love how the movie shows us both sides of it. Shows us the perspective from the animals and the humans, and my number one favorite character in this movie would have to be the little girl who loves to draw, Julia, played by Ariana Greenplant. She is a little angel, and both she and Ivan have the exact same talent of drawing, and I am rejoicing that we have two characters in a movie that's love art like me. So I related to her more than the others, and she's the first to notice that Ivan just wants his freedom and isn't happy where he is, and she convinces her father, who works there, to help get Ivan free, and Ivan owes it all to Julia, because without her he would have never reached the home of his dreams. And her mother is sadly sick, and still has yet to recover. So Julia does show Iden a drawing she made of one day when her mum does get better, and she'll be able to do things with her mum again. That my god, of that scene made me cry the hardest, and that inspired Ivan to express his feelings and his dreams through a painting during his final act in the movie. And Bryan Cranston as the ringmaster, sure, he's keeping these animals caged and using them for entertainment to make cash. But he's not a bad guy. You still get where he's coming from, as the circus is all he has, and he's just doing he's stopping at nothing to keep us alive, and Ivan is like family to him, as he was the one that has raised Ivan for most of his life, and we find out that while he didn't mind that Ivan as a baby gorilla was making a mess in the house, his wife, as she couldn't cope with it anymore, and she left and never came back. So you can see he's a damaged man because he just misses her, and also he's reluctant to let go of Ivan. And sure, this movie has predictable story tropes from other family movies about the protagonist being jealous of another character who comes in and steals their spotlight, and animals wanting to escape into the wild is not exactly the most original concept for a film, but the movie doesn't focus on the cliches for long at all, so they're forgivable and they work here, and the flow of the narrative doesn't go in the way you predict. It's they don't. Ivan doesn't even get freedom until the third act of the movie, making when him and Ruby finally do get the life they've always dreamed of, all the more satisfying and rewarding. So that makes you want to stick with the movie until the very end to see Ivan's wish come true. And when's the last time a Disney movie, particularly a live action one, made us cry as much as this one did? My God, there are tender and heart breaking moments in every 10 minutes of this movie. Only an animal abuser wouldn't cry at this film, though as it does pain me to not be able to call this a perfect movie as I want to. Some of the comedy felt childish and didn't fit in with the movie's sincere tone, especially one fart joke the character of Stella. I adore her as a character. She's literally the grandmother of the circus, so she's the oldest animal there, and seeing her age and being unable to perform because sadly she can't move her foot anymore was the saddest part of the film. But Stella is sadly barely in the movie after the first act, so she's gone, and I would have loved her to stick around in the movie for longer. But otherwise, the one and only Ivan is a wonderful and a sweet movie that will win the hearts of animal lovers, especially, and make us thankful that circuses don't use animals to perform anymore. And what movie should they make about a gorilla for the future? Well, I'd love a movie to be made about Guy the gorilla, you know, the legendary gorilla from London Zoo whose statue still stands there today. Now that would be great. I give the one and only Ivan 4 stars out of 5. Great movie. See, Disney, you can make beautiful live action movies that are not Disney remakes. So, well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And what are your thoughts on the one and only Ivan? Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. But please follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. And I'll see you next time. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.